Well, in Pullman tonight, it's a nice feeling. This is a rare night in college basketball today where senior night still means something. That's it for the Washington State Cougars, a program in transition this year. And three men who came with their coach from Eastern Washington. Ethan Price, a product of Bury St. Edmunds, England. Dane Erickstrup from Beaverton, Oregon. And from Fresno, Cedric Coward, season cut short by injury, but a man with a terrific basketball future ahead. All of them honored alongside their coach, David Riley, as Washington State plays their final home game of the season tonight.
Get back to basics and see if they can get a win against the Toreros.
And a nice muscle move inside by Lawan Watts.
Washington State possibly misses some outside shots. The problem for the Toreros, too, has been rebounding the ball. So you get these misses, you've got to find a way to get them down to lead at half. So here again is the movement and the passing, draw the defense, and make the three.
Bigs are outside because they can shoot threes like we just saw. And you see the numbers there. Devin Dalkey scored the Toreros basket, but now 5 straight for Erickstrup.
But certainly, I think, had a solid year.
Well, there he bothers Erickstrup, but the senior, what a start for Erickstrup, recovered there.
Well, here's the last possession, and again, Erickstrup just finds a way to get, and no help on the other side, so he just takes it right to the rim, and again, against that zone.
David Riley talked about this earlier in the week when he was dealing with his press responsibilities as Isaiah Watts drains the three.
Isaiah Watts, Ted, you know, he's a guy that, you know, gives them that scoring punch from the outside, and that was a difficult three. That was not an easy three.
How well the Cougars have shot 2-pointers this year. That's 11th best in the country, by the way, and it's obviously connected to the three-point threat they pose.
Well, and the fact they've got size.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, Price is tough in there. Erickstrup is tough. They've got big guys that can't score, and they execute.
And this is a big
recruit the players that are playing for you.
That was the first thing.
Not anybody else. You got to recruit the guys you have.
Yeah. That was Benji Pierre from Irvington, New Jersey, hitting the three for USD.
Pierre, who's a pretty good shooter. And then is this Favors transfer from Quinnipiac?
Perhaps why later in the year, David Riley's realized I maybe need to mix in a few guys. Oh, nice follow. Thomas Thrasterson. I asked Montgomery a few weeks ago, Danny, did you ever recruit the Reykjavik Summer League?
Well,
Montgomery thought about it for a second.
Yeah, no, I recruited a lot of different places, but
nice ball movement. Well, everything there, but the make. A nice job, though. Boy, that's basketball 101. This weekend will determine where they finish. Right now, the Cougs would only get one bye. They would have to win 5 straight nights in the WCC tournament. So, and here come the Cougs running and scoring. Isaiah Watts drains another one.
Toreros have to go man-to-man. They cannot stay in that zone.
Pierre's bounce pass was picked off by Isaiah, feeds Calmes. Everything we've talked about in college basketball, they've experienced because Steve Lavin had things going last year. Young team, couple of veteran starters, driving score there by Ethan Price.
Tremendous year. They won 18 games, but with no name, image, and likeness program. 4 of the starters transferred. They're 14 of 21, Ted, from the floor in the first half. Make it 15 of 22.
And LMU loses tonight, then the Cougs would win a tiebreak. They would jump up and have to skip a night.
Oh, yeah. So,
which is a big thing. They'd only have to win 4 straight in the tournament rather than 5.
I was definitely in charge of scheduling. And by the way, Hawaii every 3 years.
There's a 3 by Parker Garretts. Is Parker Garretts?
Well, that's what David Riley's doing. If you're going to bring some freshmen in, let's bring some local guys.
Yeah.
Garretts is a good 3-point shooter. Now there's somebody, you know, he'll get better and better and better as he goes on.
Which of course is that's a great analogy to David Riley, who grew up on the Stanford campus.
Gun
His
high
dad
school,
was
right?
working medical at Stanford University, and he used to sneak into Maples Pavilion.
Threes. Eric Strips had some great looks. How about Richard Weber?
Yes.
I'm sure when he was a Bobcat, they just said, go ahead and shoot it every time down.
Cougs are 7 for 13, and now 8 for 14 as Eric Strupp has scored 13.
And they've made threes when they were contested threes, and they've made threes.
And the Cougs, again, the offensive year they've had has been pretty good. They're going to go well past their average tonight.
A portal transfer that you at a mid-major that you do at Kentucky, but yes, you can. The answer is 100% yes.
There you go for Price, wide open, which is sensible. May end up being the play for Coward, and that would give the Cougars. Again, it's David Riley's hallmark, his hallmark at Eastern offense, and you could tell again at the start of the year that his players.
Yeah, there's not many teams, by the way, in college basketball that, when you look at their roster, that year to year they don't leave.
9 years ago, when he took the job, 3 teams in his league made the tournament. 3. This year, he's going to have 37 teams in a 16-team league are going to make it.
Yeah, well,
Communications and media studies. I spoke to the class last year, and a couple of Torero players were in it. Stephen Jamerson is in it this year, despite the fact that Cutlow has always been a brutally tough grader.
played for George Raveling. George went to Maryland. He played for Lefty Drizel. So George was a heck of a player in his time. And terrible. Right. They don't give him any you're talking about a continuation.
Yeah, it was just terrible. Avery Johnson was going crazy doing the commentary of the game. He couldn't believe it. Eric Strupp knocks it down. Only double-figure score for USD. Truitt has 9. Look at Eric Strupp going in, and Eric Strupp with 21.
The glass, and Eric Strupp on senior night, he's only missed 2 shots. He's definitely a three-point threat, and gives the Toreros another dimension. If you know he can start making those. There again, though, all the way to the rim.
Just
easy one. Most of his points have come in the second half, and he's been sensational.
He's taken 15 shots. He has 11 of his points in the second. And USD right now. And back comes USD. No, and a good hustle back. Now there's a great lesson, Dan. Ethan Price hustling back to get that rebound. And then Lawan Watts makes sure. 2 of 7.
Yeah, 2 of 7. So now you have to go to your best guys. You know, let's get at the ball. Well, there's a beautiful spin.
There's the double, and Price still finishes.
Well, this is what you can't do if you're San Diego.
19 Cougar turnovers now in the game.
Yeah, and most of them in the second half.
And it's an obvious nice feed. Lawan Watts sets up Ethan Price.
And then the alley-oop up and down, and you go right inside. But if he can get something right away, clear, right to the basket.
Chama does. He's trying to draw the whistle. He's trying to. 15-3. Chama trying to go in, comes out. Duckett has to go. Oh, he lost it on the dribble. And there's what should put it away for the Cougars.
Didn't never got the lead, but the fact is, it was an incredible second half.
And finished with a basket by Thrasterson. We were about ready to take phone calls. I'm glad we didn't.
We were definitely in that mode. It was in the phone call mode, and then all of a sudden the game broke out.
Well, they can smile now, the Cougs, but it never should have been that close.
No, it never should have been, but turnovers, you know, are the Achilles heel and have been for the Cougs, and they got to correct that.
23 of them tonight.
Yeah, that's a lot of
30 points off turnovers for San Diego, and again, you know, it's consolation for USD, but what an effort in the second half. On senior night, though, it is the Cougars who prevail. Dane Erickstrup with a wonderful night, 23 points. You saw the final games coming up. Senior day for USD Saturday at home. The Cougs will be in Pepperdine. Thanks to our team